All right, everybody, welcome back. You ready to dive deep into Bitcoin again?
Always ready for a deep dive into Bitcoin.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
So today, we're looking at Bitcoin price analysis, predictions, and market events. We're going to try to make sense of where Bitcoin's price could be going next.
Yeah, we've got some interesting data points here. Some facts, some educated guesses, the whole nine yards.
Exactly, the whole nine yards. So the question is, is Bitcoin about to take off again, or are we in for a bit of a rough ride? Let's jump in and see what the data tells us.
Sounds good to me.
So first things first, where are we right now? Bitcoin is currently trading below $96,200.
Yeah, that's a dip of about 5.5% in the last day, and almost 10% over the past week.
So yeah, things have been a little bit, well, turbulent is maybe an understatement.
Turbulent is a good word for it, but volatility is kind of the name of the game with crypto. Short-term dips, they're normal.
Right, exactly. But we want to look at the bigger picture here. Are there any signs that things might be turning around?
Well, there are a few indicators. They're kind of like, I don't know, like a mood ring for the market, right? And some of them are actually flashing some positive signals.
Wait, hold on. Back up a second. A mood ring for the market. I like that. I like that. What kind of indicators are we talking about here?
Well, one of the key ones is called the RSI, the Relative Strength Index.
Okay.
So basically, it measures the speed and the magnitude of recent price changes.
Let's see.
And right now, it's in what we call oversold territory, which suggests that the recent sell-off might have been a little overdone.
Okay. Interesting. So that's one potential sign of a turnaround.
Exactly. Exactly. And another indicator called the Bollinger Bands shows us if the current price is unusually high or low compared to its recent history.
Okay.
And right now, Bitcoin has dipped below the lower Bollinger Band, which, again, could be another hint that a rebound is on the way.
So, okay, we've got the RSI saying it's oversold. We've got the Bollinger Bands saying, we're kind of in that lower territory. But what about some other indicators?
Well, there's the stochastic oscillator, which is another momentum indicator, and it's currently at around 11.58. This is pretty low and supports the idea that the selling pressure might be easing.
Right.
And then you've got the average directional index, or ADX, which tells us about the strength of a trend. Right now, it's at 35.97, which suggests a pretty strong downtrend, but keep in mind, even strong trends can reverse.
Gotcha. So all these indicators, they're painting an interesting picture, but what does all this mean for the short term? What are the predictions saying about the next day? What about the next week?
Okay, so the forecasts are, well, they're not exactly painting the rosiest picture. The one-day forecast is around $81,426, and for the next week, it's about $83,626.
Okay, so maybe a little more turbulence before things smooth out.
Yeah, exactly. And remember, these are just predictions, and a lot can happen in a short amount of time, especially in the crypto world.
Right, especially with Bitcoin. But what could be causing these kind of, I don't know, less than optimistic short-term predictions?
Well, a lot of factors influence Bitcoin's price, right? And there are a few events coming up that could really shake things up.
Okay, like what? Give us the inside scoop.
All right. Well, first of all, remember Trump's executive order on cryptocurrency?
Yeah, that was a big one.
Huge. So basically, it laid the groundwork for regulating and protecting the crypto industry.
Right. And there were a lot of mixed opinions about it. Some people thought that more government involvement was a good thing, it provides some stability, but others were worried that it would stifle innovation.
Right. And it's honestly still too early to tell what the long-term impact will be. But one thing is for sure, it has the potential to really boost investor confidence.
Right.
Because clear regulations can make the market more stable and more attractive, especially for those who've been a little hesitant to dive into crypto because it's had that kind of Wild West reputation.
Yeah, for sure. It makes sense. A little structure can go a long way.
Absolutely.
So, okay, so that's one event on the horizon. What else is there?
Okay, well, here's a big one. The U.S. is actually thinking about setting up a strategic Bitcoin reserve.
Whoa, hold on. Like a national stockpile of Bitcoin?
Yeah, pretty much.
Why would they do that?
Well, they're essentially saying, hey, we're serious about crypto. We want to be a major player in this space. And get this, they're talking about starting this reserve using Bitcoin that's been seized from criminal investigations.
Wow, okay. I mean, that's a pretty powerful statement.
It is. And it could have some serious implications for the price.
Right, because if the U.S. starts buying up huge amounts of Bitcoin, that's going to create more demand. And when demand goes up, well, prices usually follow.
Exactly. Supply and demand, baby. It's the oldest story in the book.
That's Economics 101.
Yep.
Okay, so Trump's executive order, the U.S. potentially creating a Bitcoin reserve. Anything else we need to be paying attention to?
Well, keep an eye on Missouri. They're considering House Bill 1217, which proposes creating a Bitcoin reserve fund for state investments, and get this, accepting crypto for state payments.
Whoa, hold on. So you're telling me I could potentially pay my taxes in Bitcoin?
Maybe someday. I mean, that's the idea. This bill is all about embracing Bitcoin, not just as an investment, but as a legitimate form of currency.
Okay, I see where this is going. If Missouri actually goes through with this, it could totally set a precedent. Other states might start to follow suit.
Right, like a domino effect.
Exactly, and that kind of wider adoption, it would be huge for the entire crypto market.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got all these exciting, maybe a little scary developments on the horizon. What about the medium-term outlook? 30 days out, 90 days out.
All right, well, the predictions get a little more optimistic when we zoom out a bit.
Hmm.
For 30 days, we're looking at $96,897, and for 90 days, it's $105,326.
Okay, so we could see Bitcoin breaking through that $100,000 ceiling again. What's driving that optimism?
Well, a big factor is growing institutional interest. Hedge funds, pension funds, even big corporations, they're starting to invest in crypto. And many experts believe that this influx of institutional money, it's really key for long-term price growth.
Makes sense. So all this leads us to the big question, the long-term forecast.
Yeah.
2025. What does the crystal ball say?
Well, the prediction is for Bitcoin to hit, get this, $153,925.
All right, now that is a big jump. But a lot can happen in 5 years, right?
Right.
It's important to remember that these are just predictions, not guarantees.
Absolutely. Always, always. Crypto is volatile, and nobody can predict the future with 100% certainty.
Right. It's important to do your research, understand your own risk tolerance, and never invest more than you can afford to lose.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So to wrap things up, it looks like the short term might be a little bit of a roller coaster, but there's definitely potential for a strong recovery. Plus, we've got all these, well, frankly, groundbreaking developments on the horizon and a long-term outlook that's got a lot of people feeling pretty bullish. With governments and institutions getting more and more involved, what do you think the future holds for Bitcoin? Is it heading towards mainstream acceptance, or are we in for more surprises along the way?
I think it's safe to say the future of finance is being rewritten as we speak, and Bitcoin is right at the center of it all. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. And remember, this deep dive was based on Bitcoin price analysis, predictions, and market events. So if you want to learn more, definitely check that out. Until next time, keep exploring and keep on learning.
See you next time. Bye.